right. So hopefully we've got some other people that pop on here in just a minute. My name is Jennifer, and I am your Exos Yoga instructor for today. This is going to be a 30-minute class, and we have a lot to get to. So let's go ahead and get started. If you're new to doing these Zoom exercise classes, you might find it helpful to pin the instructor so that I'm large enough in front of you so that you can follow along. This is not necessarily an introductory class. It's designed for people who have done yoga before. I will, advise you to listen to your body if there's something that just doesn't feel right. One great thing about yoga is that judgment and non-judgment is actually an important part of the practice. And so try to just stay present and be proud of yourself for being in class. And even if we're doing something maybe more simple or some of the fundamentals, everyone can get something from that. And just be sure that you modify the practice to your personal needs. With that being said, let's go ahead and get started in Tadasana today. So Tadasana is mountain pose. And you're going to set yourself up near the top of your mat. Your feet are about hips width apart. So the second toe is facing forward, which sometimes means those big toes are turned in a little bit. And I want you to activate in your glutes. Maybe tip your hips forward just a tiny bit so it's really upright. And we're going to relax the arms to the side, move your shoulders back, palms are forward. So you've got an outward rotation of those arm bones. Relax the head and neck muscles, relax the jaw. And maybe you soften your gaze a little bit or even close your eyes if you like. And start noticing your breath. See if you can consciously slow it down. Maybe breathing in for a count of 4. And out for a count of 5. One more breath in. Biggest tip of air at the top and out. Beautiful. Go ahead and drop your chin to your chest. And slowly roll over to the right side. And then once you're about halfway to the back, maybe almost to the back, so you can slow down and start going up the direction. We're going to go halfway, one way, and then back down to the chest, and halfway around the other way. One thing I will warn you is that in our early movements here, yes, we're warming up, but the intention is not to get sort of deep stretch. Okay, the intention is really to explore your body. So if there's a spot that doesn't quite feel like it's loosened up, you don't have to force into it. You might explore that by staying with it a little longer, moving slower through that range of motion. We're going to go a few more times on each side, just warming up the neck. Looking at the head and neck as like its own little region of the body, letting everything else below those shoulders be nice and strong and stable in Tadasana. Back to center. Head and bring your shoulders up, around, back behind you. 2 more times up, around, back behind. 1 more time, around, up, and back. Inhale, reach up overhead. Drop the right arm down so it's along the side of your thigh. You're going to let it slide down the side as you reach up overhead, like you're going between 2 things of class. Inhale, back up. Reach left hand down the thigh, right arm up, really high side bending. Inhale, back up. Relax the arms. 1 more time on each side. Right right hand down, left arm up. Two different directions forward, opening up to the side body, and left side. Back to center. Go ahead and bring your hands behind your back now. Interlace your fingers. And you're going to bring the wrists together. That's you can. Bring the wrists together and pull the shoulders back, arms down. Pull your rib cage in, navel in. And deep. And bring those arms up and back, crossing right arm over top, left arm over top, right arm. And then we're going to clasp the opposite thumb on top this time. Probably feels really weird, but you never ever do that. So opposite hand, same movement, bring the wrists together, pull the arm bones down, shoulders are back, and then try to take that tuck out of your lower back. The several times to pull the navel in, chest up, shoulders back. Inhale one more time, up overhead. This time, hands to heart, center, finding our center. Have the left arm to the side. Shift your weight over to your left leg. You're going to take a point out in front of you. We call this your drishti. It's your focal point in the practice. You may use it throughout the class today. So we're going to shift the weight to the left side. We still have the tension of Tadasana. So we're strong and stable. The pressure is going to be inside the outside of the foot. You're going to lift up maybe to the second and third toes, creating a little bit more of an arch. And then you're going to raise the right leg up in front of you. Maybe you bring it up a little bit in front of you. Maybe you bring it up even more. If you like, you can come all the way through. Give you a nice little hug. We don't want the saggy hips. So really push to the ground, push up into the hips, pull that opposite leg up top as you can. Maybe use your strap underneath your foot. Whatever level is appropriate for you, just gaze out to that point out in front of you. I'm in the downtown area, so I've got a flag about 3 blocks down that I can see below the room. That's my drishti today. And back down to the side. All that same strength and stability and tension on the right leg. If you'd like to only stay right here, just balance with your tiptoes, that's fine. Go ahead and push down to the ground. Pressure on the inside and outside of the foot. You can lift the middle toes if you can control those. And bring it up just a little bit. Light you can grab on the other side. Foot. Just grab that knee. Now, if you are reading that knee all the way up to the body, where you're lifting up with your strap, you don't want to lose the tension here, right? So what you're doing with the opposite leg doesn't matter if this is not strong and stable. If it's strong and stable, your glutes, your thighs, your legs, it's really tall, right along the spine, and then lifting. Let's switch back to the left leg. This time, it's the same intention of that left leg, but we're going to reach back behind and grab the inside of your right foot and ankle. Also a good time to use your strap if you are unable to reach that foot and ankle. And this is a great place to be, just grabbing the foot and standing nice and tall. You can also kick back behind you just a little bit. If you enjoy doing dancer's pose, you can. And if you've been sitting though, this is plenty, right? Go ahead and just pull that leg straight back behind you. I should be able to see it things inside. Tall. Strong on the right foot. Bring that left leg behind you. Reach back behind you. So you're grabbing the inside of the foot and ankle. And then pull that knee down. So you're opening the body. Pull the knee down. Put your hands to your hips. And we're going to open the chest, bring the shoulders back and the elbows back. So if you are looking at me right now, you can hard to even see my arm bones because the elbows are pointing all the way to the back of the room. We're going to have our feet still hip-width apart, approximately, and start pushing your hips back, arm goes back, hips are back. Let navel in though, so really activating the core. You're pushing and pushing back. We're going to come down about halfway if you can. If you can't come halfway, that's okay. You want the back flat, arms are engaged, belly's engaged. And as far as you're able, and then relax the arms down, let the body fold forward. And we're just going to do a gentle hang. So you can place the hands in the elbows, getting a little natural spinal traction. You can also release your arms to the mat and just let them fall heavy. Relax your head, relax your neck. And start to unwind. You walk yourself up your thighs. Just have a little bit of a micro bend in your knees. We're coming all the way to the top. Reach up overhead, really tall. Hands and heart. And inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward this time. The same feeling. And we're going to just hinge from the hips, reaching all the way down as far as you can. Halfway lift up, feel those shoulders come back. Place your hands above or below your knees. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees. So drop your hips down, reach your arms high. We're coming into our first chair pose. So we have our palms facing inward. Reach those arms really high. You can take a block, strap. Really push up and reach. And exhale, forward fold. Take the hands, place them down on the mat, and step out to your first high plank. So from our high plank, we're going to slowly lower all the way down to the mat. Keep those elbows back, pull them tight into the body. Keep the core nice and tight. And come all the way down. Untouch your toes, the tops of the feet are down. Bring your chin to the mat. And we're going to lift the chest up just a bit to our baby cobra, low cobra. And back down. 2 more times through. Inhale, lift the chest with the shoulders. Let the upper body do the work, not the head and neck. And back down. 1 more time, lift up. This time, maybe let your hands float just a bit over the mat. Hands back down, lower back to that, chin to mat. And then we're going to push through either through tabletop or straight into downward dog. This is our first downward dog. Pushing away from the mat behind you, really pushing away from the shoulders, letting the heels slowly drop down. Reach your right hand back towards the left shin or left ankle. Maybe you can touch, maybe you can't. Reach and then back. Slide that hand on the opposite side, left hand reaching right shin and back. 1 more time, right hand to left shin, back forward. 1 last time, left hand to right shin, and back forward. And you need just a touch, and you're going to step forward with the right foot, coming into a low lunge. Come up to your fingertips and just gaze up with your chest for a moment. And then bring the left foot up to meet your right foot. Forward fold. Go ahead and sit low, reach high. This is our second chair pose. A little lower, reach a little higher, and all the way up. And relax the arms down to the side. Inhale, reach up, come to those tiptoes, and we're going to lower down in a little squat all the way to the mat. Knees forward, untuck. Tuck the knees down, give our shins a little stretch here. Reach forward into child's pose. Walk your right hand to the right, your left hand to the right, right hand to the right, a little more, and maybe even wrap the left arm over the right with a little deep side bend, side stretching from your child's pose. Walk the hands to the opposite side of the mat, so you're going to the left side. And maybe reach that right arm way over the left one. Feeling the rib cage open on the side body. Notice the belly pressing into the thighs, each breath as your diaphragm expands. Breathing in more air. Back to center. Walk back in, touch those toes, go back. And we're going to come up to a little squat. All the way up on the head and to the center. Pick up the face a little bit more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees a bit. Place your hands on the mat. Step back to a high plank. Slowly lower down. Bring those elbows back. Keep the arms tucked really tight. And you can do low cobra. Or maybe a high cobra. And then push back to downward dog. This time, step your right foot through. Right foot inside the right hand. You have the option to lower the back knee down, placing the left hand on the mat, right knee reaches high. You can also keep that back leg engaged if you want to. And reach back down. Step the right foot back to downward dog. Step the left foot through, inside the left hand. Lowering the back knee down. Right hand is grounded, left arm is reaching up. And down. Step the left foot back to downward dog. And come through to high plank. Lower down, you see a pause into low plank or chaturanga. Low cobra or up dog. Exhale back to downward dog. Inhale, reach the right leg really high this time. Really high, squeeze the glute. The heel is lifting towards the ceiling. And then step the right foot through. Inside the right hand again. The back toe is grounded. The heel is up. So we're on the back toe. The right foot is down. Squeeze those sides together. Inhale, rise up to a crescent pose. High lunge or crescent pose. You can see me right here. My palms are facing in. Reaching really high, the shoulders are down. Good. Bring your right hand down inside the right thigh. And we're going to do a little side bend. A wonderful stretch. I feel it in my thigh. I feel it in my left hip. Center. And open into warrior two. To turn the back foot out to parallel to the back of the back. That foot knee is lined up with the ankle, reach wide. The back arm is hiding back there. Find your cushion. Heart rate might be going up. Watch your breath. Lost the breath. Coming to triangle pose. So the hip on the left leg is pushing back. You have straight angles, and you can place that right hand either above or below the knee. Also, usually block. Now, this left arm, we've got some great options here. Traditionally, we're reaching up, right? We don't have to. Another option, place it on the back of your head. Open, a good stretch in the side body. But we're still being kind and gentle with the shoulder. This helps you be more attentive to the alignment of the shoulders and the body versus the arm. There's lots of motion in the arm, right? You want to find motion when you don't get much. It's really the back. All right, go ahead and release. Back up into warrior two. And then you're going to cartwheel the arms back down. And step back to downward dog. Inhale, left leg high. Reach it through. Step inside the left hand. You're going to stay up on the toes on the back foot. Squeeze your thighs together into a rise up. Or touch the toes. Try to engage the belly. You can tuck that right hip under. Really be more direct in your pelvis, engaged in your belly, shoulders back into your high. Reach the left hand inside the left thigh and side in. We're going to turn the back foot out. Just parallel with the back of the mat again, and we're opening to warrior two. Gaze over the left arm. Out in front of you. Find your drishti. Push that back towards the back of the room and reach the left arm down. And find an arm position that works for you on this side. Maybe start with hands behind the head. Find the alignment, find the openness in the chest, and really reach the arm up towards the ceiling. Gaze it up towards the right hand. And cartwheel down to that. And step back to downward dog. Forward to high plank. Down. More plank. Up dog or cobra. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Come back into a plank now. I'm going to do a little bit of core work here. So from your plank, and I should say at this point that coming down to your knees, if you haven't done so already and you're starting to get fatigued or it just works better for you or your alignment, you can do planks from your knees. And these are still really great. And as long as you have proper activation of the core, you're still getting a lot out of it. Okay? So from here, we're going to lift the right leg just enough to feel the glutes activate. And then I want you to pull back. Right leg. You're going to lift the right leg, squeeze the glutes, step it wide out this time. You're stepping it wide outside the right hand. And then you're going to reach up, hand back down, and step back to plank. Same thing on the left side. Raise that left leg, squeeze the glutes, swing it around, step really wide into lizard. And right hand grounded, left hand reach, and back down. We're going to do this for about a minute, okay, at your own pace. So swing that left leg back into plank. Leg raise, activate the glutes. Step really wide. Left hand grounded, right hand reach. Back down. Back into plank. Left leg squeeze. Step really wide. Right hand grounded, left hand reach. Very good. At your own pace. Making sure you include all of the steps. Almost done. You got it. One more on each side. from the plank, drop your knees down, push back, and rest in child's pose. Come up to kneeling. We're going to swing the legs around and sit into a wide angled position. Your legs as wide as you can be with still a very upright position. Now, if you're like, there's no way, this does not work for me, you can sit on a pillow or a blanket, sit on a block. Okay? Makes a huge difference for people that are not open in their hips in this way. So this is an option for you. All right, and we're going to go ahead and start to the right side. Go ahead and reach over to the right side with the right arm. And then we're going to see if you can open up so that you're gazing towards the shoulder, actually underneath the underarm area of your left shoulder. This way we're getting from the back. We're getting our adductor muscles, the thighs, hamstring. Yep. Let's go to the left side. Slide that left hand over. First. And reach your back on and open up. One more time on each side. Reach through and open. Starting to push your breath back a little bit. Slow and controlled. Move breath in. Move breath out. Left side one last time. Reach and open. Make sure you readjust your posture. Then we're going to go straight into the middle. It's a great time to rest into like a pillow or bolster or block. If you have the space to rest on your forearm, also a good option. Remember, there's level 1, level 2, level 3, block. Over the up, almost like you're making it back towards the back. And just find a place of ease. That sounds unbelievable to you, and finding a place of ease is not working. You need to probably come a little higher. And that's okay. Right. Legs together. And swing around to the side. And either hinge forward from this 90-90 sort of position, or we can come into a full pigeon. Okay. Further away from your body, the foot is, the deeper the stretch. So you may have that foot close to you or somewhere in between. I'd like to stay upright for a deeper stretch in the hips. You have to relax down onto the mat, and sometimes call this sleeping pigeon or sleeping swan. And let's do that for just a moment here. Take your legs now to the other side. Remember, you can go to the hinge forward just from where we are. The option to straighten the back leg, raise the hips, pigeon toes. I'm going to legs in front of us one more time, and we're going to do a counter posture here with both toes. Probably nice and core, but this is another great core exercise. Also embodies some of what we've been working on with our chest. So bring your out in front of you. So this is a great place to start. We're pulling the belly in, the chest is lifted, the shoulders are back. Take it up to another level, bring one hand away. Option to take both hands away for balancing on the tail. We're using the strength support, lifting your chest. You can rotate, arm goes out, palms are up. Straighten one leg, both legs. Find the level that works for you. Find your edge. And deep. So we're down to the mat. Our knees are bent, your hands are resting to the side. Palms are down. We're going to squeeze the belly and lift the hips up for bridge pose. So grounding down in the mat, pressing away with your palms and your feet. Squeeze the inner glutes. One more breath in. And one more breath out. Lower back down. Straighten your legs long to the mat and go ahead and let your feet fall open. Bring your arms out to the side just a bit. Your palms up. Coming into Shavasana. Let every muscle go. This is officially in our class for today. For those who are ready to go ahead and close your practice, go to the side. You're welcome to stay and practice meditation for as long as you like. Great thing about taking your own pace. And do it into your heart, choose. Thank you for coming to class today and joining me for this 30-minute exercise practice. Hope to see you all next